We need to learn to love ourselves because it is important. Because each and every one of us deserves to be happy. Because no one will love us the way we would love ourselves. Because leaning on someone else and expecting them to love us for us will never work. Realizing that in order to love ourselves, we need to be willing to put in that hard work in order to find ourselves. Realizing that all the negative and toxic people, things, and habits need to be cut out of our lives. Realizing that it is okay to be sad and low. We need to stop demonizing depression, sadness, not feeling good. We need to become more aware of it, understanding why we're feeling that way. And also understanding that it can hit for no reason. For no reason at all. Just get low out of nowhere. But understanding that once you are in that place, that there's certain things you can do and there's certain things you can't do. Not pushing yourself, trying to force yourself to be happy. No, you need to deal with it. And listening to sad music doesn't make you sad music. Doesn't make you sadder. You know, I don't understand when people say that. Oh, just go listen to happy music, you'll feel better. Doesn't work that way. That's like pushing something to the side and not dealing with it, not facing it. But when you listen to that sad music and you go in your head and you discuss and figure out those things that are going on from the past, because that's usually what it is for me personally. Whenever I'm there, it's from the past. It's, you know, it's what happened, this and that. But you deal with it by listening to the music. It's almost as it's therapeutic, you know, and realizing that you're not alone. Understanding that it's okay to go to social media, to cry, to show that you feel things, to show that you're hurting. And you will slowly begin to see that there are millions of other people out there just like you who can help you, because once y'all come together and deal with it together, things do get better. And once y'all go on that journey together and learn how to love yourselves, and once y'all finally love yourselves, and y'all are happy, but still understanding that you can still get sad and low. That doesn't go away. But it just isn't the years and the months. It's the couple days or a couple weeks. You know, and not, you know, saying like, oh, if we lost a loved one or something like that, those are different circumstances. And it's, you know, people are different in mourning different things. But as far as just feeling low, it gets better. And understanding that our parents will never understand is one of the hardest things, you know, people deal with. One of the hardest things I deal with during that journey, you know, because once you open up and you expect them to give you that love that a parent should give you, but they don't, and it feels as if you've been rejected, as if you're not worth it. You know, it's horrible. You know, when people go on to say that, you know, I don't want to have kids because I'm scared to treat them the way my parents treated me. terrifying that people think that way. It's terrifying that parents don't realize that they're hurting their kids. That they don't understand that we're going through things that is harder than anything. You know, it's not easy dealing with these things, and figuring out all of your own is even harder. You know, and it's sad that we have to say that we won't treat our kids this way. It's sad that we have to say that, oh, our parents taught us what not to do. You know, and for the ones who parents understand them and are helping them through things, you know, I'm happy for you, genuinely happy. So glad, you know, that there were parents who were brought up in a good way, and, you know, where you're lucky enough to have those parents. You know, and for the ones who haven't tried to open up to their parents, you should try. You know, it's part of the journey of going on to love yourself. You should try, because you never know until you try. They could be the parents that there to support you, or they could be the parents that don't understand and tell you to just shake it off and cheer up. There's nothing you should be sad about. You have a house, food, water, electricity, a phone. You know, it's yes, we understand, and we're very grateful to have these things and to be blessed with these things, but our feelings matter more. That's the thing that they don't understand. Our feelings matter way more. You know, and understandable that they grew up during a time where their parents told them to just shake it off and get up, and you shouldn't be feeling this or that. So they just blocked it all out and they feel nothing. But we live in a time where it's okay to express your feelings, and they should learn to listen to their kids, but they don't feel the need to do that, and it's hard, but that's why we have to go on this journey to love ourselves, so we'll be able to teach our kids to love themselves, and we'll be by their side while they're doing that. And once you love yourself, you've accepted your flaws. You've understood that you're not perfect. You've stopped comparing yourselves to others. You've stopped valuing others' opinions. You're kind, you're nice, and you're happy. You know, your life is still, you know, it's still gonna be hard. Because, you know, it's hard to cut out your parents when you're still living with them. You know, but once you've able to move on and move out and, you know, explain to them, and if they still don't understand, you've let it off your chest, where you're not just living with that and they never know. They know where you sit, and you obviously understand where they stand. So it's understanding, you know, it's understandable. It begins to be okay, but loving yourself is a journey that's not easy, but it's one that needs to be taken. You know, that paths that you have to go on through life, whether you do it now or later. But if you do it later, it's scary later, because you're already so deep in a place where gotta be able to get out of. And it's hard to get out of a place when you're so deep. But you gotta do it, for yourself. That's the main thing. You have to do it for yourself. If you're not doing it for yourself, then you don't need to do it at all. You don't need to do it at all. It's just crazy how people say like, oh, you shouldn't show your feelings, or oh, you care too much, or this and that. No one should penalize you for caring too much. What does that mean? You care too much. What? You know what I'm saying? And especially from you come from a place where your parents or, other people don't care enough. But caring too much? And then you decide to stay in that relationship or because you haven't loved yourself. So you think you need them. Because you think you need to lean on them in order for, no, you don't need their love to fuel you anymore. You don't need them to love you for you anymore. Because you've already loved yourself. Somebody tells you you're caring too much, don't be rude. Tell them they need to go love themselves, They need to go on that journey if they think someone is caring too much. But you'll know when you find that right relationship, friend, lover, either just a relationship. Showing your feelings is okay. Crying is okay. It's all okay. Trust me. You're just not around the right people, But, just love yourself. At the end of the day, it's very important to love yourself and not needing others to tell you that you're pretty, that you're smart, that you're funny, that you're good at this. It's good for you to already know these things. It's crazy how people say like, oh, I don't look good enough for this and that. Compared to who? There's only one of you in the world. So who are you being able to compare yourself to? There's nobody you compare yourself to because there's no one else like you. No one else like you. I know people don't understand being different is a strength. What if we all look the same? Then we'd really go crazy. I would really, really go crazy. I would be sad because I look like millions and billions of other people. That's just crazy, but love yourself. Love yourself.